Prayer. Prayer is a thought, a belief, a feeling arising within the mind of the one praying. Can we all join for the prayer and start this workshop with our college prayer and Tamil Taivalki? I request you all to join.
Namo Harihantanam, Namo Sedanam, Namo Ayariyanam, Namo Vajayanam, Namo Loye Savasahunam, Teso Panchanamukaro, Sarva Pava Panasano, Mangalanam Chesadesim. Padamam Havai Mangalam, Padamam Havai Mangalam.
கடலுடத்தனிலமடந்த கெழிலொழுகும் சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கனமும் அதிசிறந்த திராவிடன திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திரும்பியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே.
I now request Pratima to give the welcome address.
Good day to one and all present here. It is a great pleasure in welcoming you all for today's workshop on opportunities and challenges in the art of purity and divine, which is organized by the Center of Excellence Retail. With the blessings of our beloved Secretary, Srimati Usha Abhaya Sushimal Ma'am, Associate Secretary, Dr. Harish L. Mehta Sir, our Principal, Dr. S. Padmavati Ma'am, Vice Principal, Dr. S. Rukmani Ma'am, our Executive Director, Mr. G. Balakrishnan Sir, and the Speaker of the Day, Mr. Pankaj Bhandari Sir. Education is the passport to the future. Tomorrow belongs to those who prepare it for today. It is a great pleasure to introduce our speaker, Mr. Pankaj Bhandari Sir, founder of Mantra Gold Coating. Mr. Pankaj Bhandari Sir is a budding entrepreneur from the late 90s who is instrumental in creating a bigger bang in the temple architecture through his ventures, smart creations, and a flagship retail brand as Mantra Gold Coatings, whose production and reach spans across multiple showrooms in India and users from all over the world. He has done his MBA from Stanford University, helping in scaling up businesses, which he applied on Mantra Gold Coatings. His plans for Mantra are to expand the scope of offers to include more Indian artisans and their handicrafts and take these unique art pieces to the world and the motto to preserve our rich culture.
Knowledge is of no value unless you put it into practice. Our speaker, Mr. Pankaj Bhandari Sir, will now take over the session on opportunities and challenges in the art of purity and divine.
Happy evening to one and all. It's good to see a lot of young budding entrepreneurs who are coming up in the startup world, and today they want to listen something on what are the opportunities and challenges in the retail industry. And more specifically, of course, it would be relating to my business, which is into divine and purity. And I'll be sharing my journey as well. So coming back to fundamentals of retail, I know it can be a bit boring. You've all gone through the theory sessions. But do you all realize that in the startup community, India is today rated number 3rd, and it's not in a distant future that India is going to be, as a startup community, number 1 country in the world. And all of this is going to be possible only when young people like you become entrepreneurs tomorrow create your startup opportunities, and come up with your own ideas and solve a problem there out in the world. When I say solving a problem there in the world, I'm sure you people have gone through certain sessions on retail businesses. You would have heard of concepts like innovation, startup, design thinking, and some of them can be really confusing. And to be very frank, I didn't understand any of this when I started this business. The start of this retail business and this journey in 1998 was a pure accident for me, but a lovely accident. And how opportunity knocks, we have very often heard opportunity knocks at your door. I mean, we've heard it, it looks good, it sounds good, but how it knocks, you never know. So we specialized into 24 karat gold plating when we started our business way back in 98. And I very distinctly remember the story even today. We had an opportunity to participate in our first exhibition. And at that first exhibition, we were pitching in to do gold plating and silver plating on door knobs, handles for five-star hotels. In the restaurants, they have a lot of cutlery items. In their entrance lobby, they have some very interesting handles and interesting art pieces, which require to be lacquer coated or gold plated. Now, what is lacquer coating? Lacquer coating is simple. If you look at your home, if you look at your prayer spaces, if there's anything which is made of brass, silver, or copper, in Chennai's climate, they all become oxidized. They become just black. And every now and then you would have seen your parents, or if you're already helping your parents, you go about cleaning them, washing them, and polishing them so that they are bright. So we understood the problem of these five-star hotels, that they have a lot of brassware, copperware, because it makes the hotel look very rich. So we used to see them there regularly doing the polishing. So we came up with the solution. You give your products to us once, and once you give your product to us once, we will polish it, lacquer it, or gold plate it, just like the domes which you're seeing in my background now. So that once done, you're free from maintenance from anywhere between 6 months to 25 years, depending on what kind of work they do. And you name the five-star hotel in Chennai, they've been my customers. So with this background, we had put up an exhibition. We were looking forward to do more five-star hotel customers. We released a paper ad that day, say bye to brass polish. And that day, way back in 1998, I didn't have a mobile phone. So we had given a landline number on the newspaper. And one Mr. Srinivasan from T Nagar, he gives a call to my office and he says, "Can you do gold plating for my prayer idols?" And my office was able to reply. And they said, "Yes, we can do. And we are in the city. So why don't you join us and come down to our exhibition in the city?" And we had a pager those days. I really don't know how many of y'all even understand today what a pager is. But I had a pager. And on the pager, I was informed that so-and-so customer and so-and-so name will come with some products. So be ready to receive them. He came down to the exhibition and he showed me 5 idols of Ganesha, which he got from his home. And he said, "Can you gold plate this?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, I can gold plate it." To be very frank, I really didn't know whether I can gold plate it. They were beautiful Ganeshas, but there was a set of 5 musical Ganeshas, all playing different musical instruments. I distinctly remember they were 6 inch of height. And then this prospective customer asked me, what will be the cost of each idol to gold plate it? I had no clue. And within a few seconds, the prospective customer realized I have no clue. And he was not very comfortable getting this idols gold plated from me. But nevertheless, he saw my samples for what we do for hotels. And instead of 5 idols, he gave 1 idol to me. And he told me, "If you can do this 1 idol gold plating properly, I'll give you back the 4 idols." This was my first lesson into a retail business. And what you guys would also be calling something like a design thinking or problem solving. This customer had a pure problem, just like a hotel, that his idols gets oxidized, they become black. I have a pain polishing it every day. His age at that point of time was about 63, 64. So at that age, polishing regularly is very difficult. He and his wife were there, and his kids were all in Australia and New Zealand. He understood that what can be done for hotels can be done for me. So he understood the problem, but somewhere I had not understood as an entrepreneur. I was given a chance by a customer, and that is what to me was the definition of design thinking. There are potential customers who have a common problem. They also are aware of the possible solutions, but they don't know where to get the solution done from. In my case, I was lucky that Mr. Srinivasan identified us and he reached out to us. We did gold plating for his idol. He was extremely happy. And I'm happy to share that year was 1999. And today we are in 2022. Mr. Srinivasan is still very active. And probably within his home, we've done at least about 35 to 36 items which are 24 karat gold plated. And even today, once in a year, uncle calls me. I call him uncle today. That Pankaj, what you have done gold plating is really good. And he has referred not less than about 60 to 70 customers directly known to me. I really don't know how many indirect. The second lesson which I really picked up from my journey with Mr. Srinivasan was once a customer is happy and he understands that the services provided by this company are genuine and is truthful to what he commits, the amount of referrals he gives to you is mind-blowing. Today, we are looking at the online world. Today, we are looking at the startup community, and already the news out there in the world is internationally, a lot of startups have been asked to go slow. There's something called today burning of money, literally giving discounts, giving huge advertisements to attract customers. The whole idea is acquire a customer today, and if the customer is happy today, he will refer you more customers so that you can expand the business. But a burning will be good if and only if the quality of your product is the best in the market. The quality of your offering is the best in the market. When I mean the best in the market, is the market of retail has customers at every segment. In the market today, I can go and buy a Maruti car, which can come at probably a couple of lakhs. In a market today, I can go and buy a car at 6 lakh rupees. I can buy a car at 10 lakh rupees. And probably I can right now at every interval of 10, 15 lakh rupees, can buy a car at 4 crore rupees. At every price point, there is a customer. We have to understand what we are good at as problem solvers, as startup, as a company, what I am good at. I am good at gold plating, I am good at silver plating, and I'm good at doing gold plating and silver plating on devotional products. I continue to do that for temples or prayer spaces. And over a period of time, customers understand that this guy is really good at it. He knows the subject in and out. He is willing to accept his mistake when he goes wrong, and he is willing to correct himself. That's a huge quality they look back. Going wrong is not a sin, but going wrong, accepting the mistake which you have done, and solving the problem is where the entire game is developed on. And today, what we have done with that is we have almost about close to about 65,000 customers pan India who have been using our products, gold plated idols, gold plated lamps, or we have gold plated their idols and their lamps and given it back to them. All of this was possible as a journey only because we were willing to listen to customers. Time to time, customers came to us. Time to time, they gave us an idea. My only job, believe me, my only job was to keep my ears and eyes open on what they are saying. If I understand what they are saying, I am able to think of a possible solution. If I am able to think of a possible solution, I can give them an offering which solves their problem. If I am able to solve their problem, they are willing to buy my products and services more regularly. In other words, they are willing to pay me. And if they are happy, please note this point, if they are happy, they are happy to share our name to hundreds of people around them. Let me give you an example. Some point of time, I used to take a lot of medicine, allopathy medicines, till somebody made me realize, why are you taking allopathy? There is a yoga institute in Mandaveli Pakam called Krishnamachari Yoga Mandiram. If you go there, they'll look at your body and they'll give you simple yoga exercises. No matter what is your health problem, it will be solved. The date where I got this piece of advice, within 3 days, I got the appointment of the place. I got myself treated. Today, I can say that in last 6 years, I have been out of antibiotics. More importantly, why I'm sharing this incident is, I make it an opportunity, a possibility that every week today, I refer at least about one person to go back to that place. Yeah, health is such a big issue today in the market that anybody and everybody in your home, outside your home, in your friends, in your community, you have somebody who's not feeling well. And people require good health to be maintained. And when I refer them, so many of them come back and say, Pankaj, thanks for such a lovely referral. I'm feeling so much better. And that, really motivates me to give a two more referral to the same place. As a business people, we have to understand, is Krishnamachari Yoga Mandiram paying me anything? Are they giving me any discounts for my subsequent journey with them? Still, I'm active. Still, I'm motivated. Still, I'm happy sharing the referrals. What is the cost of acquisition of a customer for Krishnamachari Yoga Mandiram? Zero. Who is doing the publicity? Me. Am I excited about it? I'm super excited about it because I know somewhere I am solving somebody else's problem just by giving a referral. In this world of burning of money for promotion, retail industry is one which says come back to fundamentals. The fundamental is understand what the customer wants, give him the best quality product, the best possible service, and he'll keep coming back to you and he'll keep sharing more and more people to come back to you. Having said this, given you a rough outline of what a retail is, let me come to you on a specific topic today, which has been given to me is the purity and divinity of the business which I'm doing. I don't know how many of y'all, but I would really sincerely request you all to listen to this word called Sone ki Chidiya. India was once upon a time called Sone ki Chidiya. To me, the relevance of this Sone ki Chidiya is so important. One, because literally we are doing something with Sona, gold. But why Sone ki Chidiya? And there, when you read about this, you'll understand that about 300 years back, 400 years back, India was the richest country of the world. India was scientifically the most advanced country of the world. And you have to understand why. India was also the most beautiful country in the world. Sorry. The kind of art, the kind of handicrafts India did was so ornate. The best of the handcraft artisans were involved in doing those kind of work, whether it was stone, whether it was wood, whether it was metal, you name the medium, the painting brushes, the paints, amazing. The amount of work which we did as Indian handicraft artisans was fantastic. See, this kind of art forms survive and grow only if you have connoisseurs of the art. When I meet connoisseurs, I don't mean that you need to have these costly pieces, these beautiful pieces at your home. You should be able to appreciate that art. You should be able to look at those beautiful products and say what beauty it involves, what amount of work would have got involved in that. And that was the crux of India about 400 years back. Any form of beauty when people used to see, they used to appreciate it. They used to look at the hard amount of effort which used to go behind it. Because every time they were able to realize this effort and appreciate this beauty, you know what was having at the subconscious mind? At the subconscious mind, the person who was appreciating kept on re-emphasizing himself that whatever product or service I am offering, it could be as simple as your mom cooking a food for you. She's a connoisseur for art. For her, cooking is a medium of art. And the way she prepares your food, that's an art. The way she serves the food, that's an art. The way she feeds you, that's an art. So every level we saw in the past 400 years of India, people used to use this as a medium of expression. And everything which they used to do was beautiful. When beauty comes, it is like this. Your mom prepares a fantastic food, and a daughter in you is also preparing a beautiful food. Do you think there's a competition in the house or there's a mutual appreciation? Your mom is preparing a great food. Your aunt is preparing a great food in a different house. Do you think there's a competition or it is a healthy love out over there? I'm sure you're getting the message. Competition comes only when you're offering products and services which are just the same. It's just like cut out like bar sticks. When you do something unique, which is coming out of your love and passion from your hands, from your heart, there will be a unique proposition. What you say, what is a USP of your product, is your unique selling proposition is nothing but the way you're able to appreciate the product, the way you're able to tell the uniqueness of the product, and the way, most importantly, you can use this product at your home for your problem. Thanks to my customers, thanks to my advisors, thanks to my suppliers, we got into this beautiful form of creating golden temples. At one end, there are temples who say we want to create golden structures. Who says India is a poor country? Look at the amount of golden temples coming today. But they don't know who are the right artisans. They don't know who are the right people with whom we can believe for the right amount of gold. At the other side, there are handicraft artisans who can make phenomenal pieces of art, but they don't know whom to approach to sell their piece of talent. That's where a company like mine, Smart Creations, we have one more company in a retail called Mantra Gold Coatings. We pitch in, we bridge this gap, we get both of them together. But please understand, I'm not just doing buying and selling. I buy from handicraft artisans, I take care of his needs. On the other hand, I understand the problem of the customer, take care of his needs. I do a value add of gold plating and formation with stone and metal or copper, do some combination and sell this as a unique product, which this customer would have not got it anywhere. I know a few of y'all in the group over here sitting will say today everything is competition. What you say is not existing. Here's an invitation. It's an open invitation. Aruna ma'am is here. She's got the phone number of mine. I would like to invite you to my store. Look at my products, look at my offerings, and let me know where is the competition. We are growing at a healthy space. Most importantly, we are doing such an ethical work where at the end of it, I am not having to tell a lie. I'm able to sleep peacefully in the night. We started doing retail coatings. Then in 2014, we came up with a showroom. Whatever my learnings was there from temples by creating golden temples, we thought it fit that today we should create prayer spaces within homes. So we created puja rooms. For puja rooms, we created gold idols, we created lamps. And then we realized our handicraft artisans more and more joined with me. And today we were not able to give work to all of them. So we came up, if you can make such beautiful idols, why can't you make something very interesting for walls? Why can't you make something interesting for decor? And that's how we started creating the wall decors also. At each and every time, believe me, my friends, it was a customer who came back and he told us, this is his need. And Pankaj, you can solve this problem. I can understand that. And we understood, okay, there is a requirement in the market. When more such repeat customers started coming in, we realized there's a separate vertical, there's a separate division. We can start probably a new business around these lines. And we started created businesses. Today, we have about 3 businesses around gold plating, 2 of them involved with hardcore handicraft business. Of course, when it comes to retail, you cannot stop but telling that in retail, you have to identify who's a prospective customer. You have to quickly analyze what is he going to buy, because a retail customer loses his interest in fraction of second. Moment he comes, within a fraction of second, you have to get his attention. Within moments, you have to understand what is his need. Based on his need, you have to give his offering one by one, not one at a time. Give one by one. He understand and appreciate, yeah, this product or this service will solve the problem. Then you go for upselling. You offer him one more product. See, a customer has already come in. You've already acquired at a customer at a cost or a referral zero cost. He's already come to a place. A customer has invested his time and money to come to a place. If you have the right product, it is your moral duty or obligation to sell your products to more and more customers, not for anything else. If you're not going to sell, somebody who's selling a bad quality product, he will sell the product or service. And in that process, the entire industry gets a bad name. If you feel you can create a fantastic product, if you feel you can create a fantastic service, it is your moral responsibility to spread your word around so that every customer, every possible potential customer comes to your place and buys your product. And then world is at availability for you. We've been Today we have been sitting in Chennai and we've been getting customers from all corners of the world, not because I'm marketing. Somewhere some customer of mine is talking to somebody else. And that's what is happening. Of course, with modern day technology, you get a lot of data, you get a lot of technology in terms of digital marketing spaces, all of that. Some of the traditional retailers like us are learning the game ourselves. So today we are looking at colleges, we are looking at youngsters. You come and you support us in these activities. And in the process, you can work with us, you can intern with us. If you're interested, you become a business partner with us. Or tomorrow, if you want to do something on your own, you take your lessons from us and go. Because in my kind of industry, handicraft artisans are disappearing. They are not getting appreciated. Their hunger for appreciation is much higher than their hunger for money. If they are not going to get appreciated, this entire generation of handicraft artisans, probably next 50 to 70 years will disappear. Our moral responsibility is to bridge that gap. More and more people understand this. They work with us, they work on their own, solve the problems of customers, solve the problem of artisans. And in the process, what we are going to do is something so beautiful. We are going to make the new generation of India understand and appreciate what a true form of art is. When we start appreciating what a true form of art is, we will all start within our subconscious level expecting superb quality of work from ourselves. And in that process, when we are doing a superb work and one of our friends is doing a superb work or one of our neighbors is doing a superb work, there'll be no competition because each of us is selling something unique and there'll be a lot of love within it. What we say love is actually in a market called collaboration. When is collaboration going to happen? Only when you're going to have mutual respect for each other, you can collaborate. When collaboration happens, a lot of us can solve much larger problems for the retail industry. This is my journey. We're looking forward to grow in a big way in online space today. The kind of forms of art which we have been doing today, we're so happy to share that some handicraft artisans who were doing phenomenal work, they couldn't get work regularly. Some of them became plumbers. Some of them became auto rickshaw drivers. Today, we've managed to reverse, at least in a few of lives, that they've come back to handicraft forms. At least one family I know that the next generation is also going for the same form of handicraft. If not most of the families, I don't see the next generation coming in. Yes, the digital art is fantastic. The NFTs are going to be phenomenal. Let's understand, without the physical form, we all know 2 years of Zoom, 2 years of online classes, and how much eager we are to be back with our classes, with our friends. Tradition is coming back, my friends. The COVID has told us the Indian Ayurveda is so powerful. The COVID has told us the Indian yoga technique is so damn powerful. I am telling you, the COVID is going to tell us India and to the world, the Indian forms of art, heritage, and architecture is going to be the in thing. In next 2 decades, I'm visualizing a lot and lot more of handicrafts, museums coming up, where people are showcasing and people all over the world are just coming to see this and appreciate this form of art. And in the process, probably we reverse the entire trend of losing out handicraft artisans to a growing handicraft. I can give you a small case study before I put to rest my thoughts today. Tanjore paintings, as you see today, I'm not talking very far away. Just about 30, 35 years back, it was almost a lost form of art. Till something very interesting happened, where the concept in the market was every girl child in the house should learn Tanjore painting. And look at the revival of Tanjore painting today. Today, literally in so many homes, the girl child, the male child knows to make a Tanjore painting. He's expressing his talent art on the painting form with Tanjore painting. And Tanjore painting is getting sold all over the world today. Similarly, is my dream that all forms of Indian handicraft is going to be retailed and appreciated across India. Thank you so much for inviting me. It has been a pleasure expressing to you, not for anything else. While talking to you, while preparing my talk for you, at that point of time, I am reliving my journey. And also at those times, certain new ideas are written down for me to implement as new ideas. Thank you so much, Arunaji, for coordinating this. I thoroughly enjoyed being over here.
Thank you, sir. I request the students, if you have any questions, you can raise your hand so that the technical team will unmute and you can ask the question to sir. I think there is a question in the chat box, sir. From Pratima. Shall I read?
Yeah, I can. I've read it. During the pandemic, everything was shut and closed. So how did you overcome it? Very good question, Pratima. We are in two basic verticals of our business. One is temples. All the temples were closed. The other was hardcore retail, and the showrooms were closed. I remember the May of 2020, when the salary need to be paid to all our staff members, and all the team members came back. Pankaj, what else can we do? My team member with our business coach came on board and they said, Pankaj, you know what? We are not going to do anything. We are going to call up all our customers and we are going to inquire the good health. And then started the campaign of calling up all our customers, inquiring about the good health. Then we realized at that point of time, I really don't know how many of you will remember, people were really afraid to touch things because they felt that on the handles there would be coronavirus. We were the first guys in the industry to make metal copper plated key rings to hold handles. So then my team members, what they started doing was they started sending to their customers one keys or two keys to our customers as a free gift. Believe me, 2020 of May, and we just closed the books on 31st March 2022. My turnover for the entire 21-22 was 10% more than pre-COVID year. And the reason was very simple. Customer didn't buy the products in May, June, July of 2020. But moment they opened the showrooms, customers were comfortable coming to my showroom because they knew that my place is safe. In their heart, they knew that our place would be safe for them with all the hygiene factors. And most importantly was one very touching moment when one very senior Amma, about 65, 70 years of age, she told, I've been really irritated sitting at home. Please take me outside house. And their children selected them to get to mantra. What I'm going to say is, the work which happened during the month of May and June of calling customers, inquiring about their health, sending them the keys without any expectation. The customers took it upon them that when they open, they come back to my store because in this 3 months, they all realized one thing, that between them and death was only one thing, and that was God. The amount of prayers in our homes, we all know what has happened over there. And moment they were thinking prayers in their home, if mantra was already there, they wanted to come back to mantra as soon as they opened. And that's the reason why our business has actually grown in the COVID year last year. If that answers your question, Pratima.
Thank you, sir.
I have a next question. I read it as it has a huge number of competitors in the market. What is unique about it which attracts customers, sir? Yeah, I'm a very bad. Uh, I'm a very bad person when I listen to the word competition. I truly believe there's no competition. I know it is very difficult to understand because most of our economic books and management books first goes about competition. But actually, if you ask me, some of the best brands in the world, where is competition for them? And it is not that when they arrive, there's no competition. From day one, when they set up, there's no competition. There have been so many customers who look at similar offerings and they go to some other place. But moment they compare our products and services. In a retail industry, what happens is when a customer steps into a place, I don't know, it is the aura of the place, it is the aura of the customer, it's the aura of the salesman over there. In matter of seconds, the customer is able to sense it, whether these people are genuine or not. Moment they feel this place is genuine, they take the risk of doing a business transaction with you. When they do this for 2-3 times, this risk is no longer risk. When risk gets dropped, competition gets dropped. In Chennai, let me very positively tell you, Chennai and south of India, if you get a customer and he becomes your loyal customer, there's nothing like a competition. Number one. Number two, for those of you all who still are not convinced that no, what you're saying is an absolute nonsense, let me put it the other way. Today, I've been able to touch 65,000 homes across India. What do you think is the size of market for me? Let's do a logical discussion out over here. Okay, I'll be doing a mono talking. Chennai's population is about 1 crore of people. If we take an average family of 5 people, we have 20 lakh households in Chennai. Out of 20 lakh households in Chennai, let's say my target population size is just 10%, 2 lakhs. Between 65,000 people to 2 lakhs, I still have 1,35,000 homes within Chennai city whom I have not targeted as a customer. So one of my friends in the group would say, Pankaj, exactly, those people would have gone to the competition. I truly believe that yes, 5, 10, 15, 20,000 of them would have gone to so-called competition. But competition exists because they're not aware of me. Moment I make myself aware of myself, these people would like to experiment with me. Number one, that's where I can expand the 65 to another 1,30,000. To cover the 65,000 customers, I took close to about 22 years. These 65,000 customers, at least for next 5 years, I can service them. It's a good amount of growth revenue for me. Number one. Number two, today we are becoming famous across India. We have customers coming from Salem, Erode, Coimbatore. On the other side, we have customers coming from Tirupati, Sriharikota, Bangalore, Mysore. I was there in Cochin yesterday. So customers coming from Cochin, Trivandrum, South India, West India, a strong linkages of cultural Indian place. More and more customers are joining us from there. As we are opening up our online communication, I'm seeing customers from north and northeast of India asking us inquiries. Is this possible also? If I simply look at these numbers, if Chennai have an potential to expand another minimum 65,000 numbers, look at the geography of India. What is going to be the number? I mean, I'm really clueless. I really don't want to think of the number because I want to sleep peacefully at the end of it. But I can solve so many problems. If even that is not enough, Indians out of India are definitely more than Chennai numbers. Today, they're wealthy. They have the prayers much more authentic than what we do in Chennai. They are paying 4 times the price of a lesser quality product in America. The moment they hear about us, they would be more than glad to do business with us. Where is the competition? I truly mean there's no competition to it. Do I answer? Is the answer done for that? I'll take the next question of Pratima once again. Indian art is almost vanished, taken over by the Western culture, so that we can do what? So that what we can do to preserve it. Pratima, this is a huge answer. How I wish probably one of the days you can come along with your team to be with us and we can answer this. But let me give you a brief answer. Number one, wherever you're seeing art, in whichever shop, genuinely appreciate that art. Moment you appreciate it, please tell the shop owner or the manager over there, please convey this to the artisan who has done this. If possible, write a small piece of a note. Tell them, please take a photo image of this note and send it. Believe me, when he would have read this message, that artisan, he would have not slept for next 2 days because he has not got an appreciation for a long time. It is as simple as that. There was once upon a time where we used to write letters to each other. Today, you have this messages on WhatsApp or Snapchats. But one of the days, I'm talking about my daughter who's 22. Today, she talks to me, Dad, can you write a handwritten letter for me? The handwritten letter which I write for her, she preserves it with her. And she says, Dad, whenever I'm low, I read your letter and I'm on a high once again. If you are doing this, and if this photo or this handwritten letter is given back to the handicraft artisan, this is exactly the same thing going to happen, number one. Number two, I learned this from Korea. Korean people realized the art form of Korea has been lost. Along with the art form, what has unfortunately happened is the tools to do handicraft, they've lost that also. Today, there are Koreans who are coming to India. They've come and met us. They've come and met my artisans. They're saying, for everything else, you do what you want to do. But for heaven's sake, whatever the tools you're using today, please preserve those tools as a separate toolkit and please pass it back to your generations. Once upon a time, Indian ivory art was a fantastic art. Today, it's totally lost. Not that it cannot be revived. You can still have ivory available in open market, government approved to do the work. But we are not able to pursue that form of art for a simple reason. There are no tools today to do the work on ivory. So these are the two things which I would straight away share with you, Pratima. And try this for yourself. The amount of soul satisfaction you're going to get out of writing that letter is going to be immense. And then if you're happy about it, why don't you Snapchat or share it on Instagram for other of your friends? Probably this can become a moment where people can really go about appreciating art. Thank you, Pratima, for the question.
Sure, sir. I'll definitely do it.
Sure.
So that's all for the question, sir. Shall we proceed to the vote of thanks?
Sure.
Your deep insight must have inspired these young spectators, and retailers must have got a vision of how futuristic that they must take forward their store technologically. Thank you, sir, for such input. Now I request Keetana to deliver the vote of thanks.
Vote of thanks. As the quote says, living in a state of gratitude is the gateway to grace. I hope you all have enjoyed our workshop. Finally, I would like to take this opportunity to place our warm and hearty thanks to Mr. Pankaj Bhandari sir for the support and guidance he has extended to all of us at its wonderful session. My thanks and gratitude to an ever-encouraging secretary, Srimati Usha Abhayashri Shrimal ma'am, Associate Secretary, Dr. Harish L. Mehta sir, our Principal, Dr. S. Padmavati ma'am, Vice Principal, Dr. S. Rukmani ma'am, our Executive Director, Mr. G. Balakrishnan sir. Thank you for your enormous encouragement and guidance at every point of need. I extend my sincere thanks to all the teaching and non-teaching staff for their constant support and cooperation. A special thanks to the technical team who has always been a great pillar of support as the world is completely digitalized and the technical staff play a major role in facilitating the workshops conducted by us. We thank the spectators of today's session for creating a positive response to this workshop. Last but not the least, I thank the Almighty who has blessed us abundantly and made this event a great success. Thank you and have a great evening. Thank you.
I kindly request everyone to fill the feedback form given in the chat box. Thank you so much, sir, for joining here us.
Thank you.